getting 350, Hawaii at 250.
Hawaii, with the exception of being down 1-0, has led this match. Their biggest lead, 5, and right now up by 2. And they will be back to serve it up. The setter, Max Wexham, 6'6" junior, the transfer out of Long Beach City College, along with Anifer Edom Thomas, whom we'll probably see in this match at some point. Hawaii using 13 players, by the way, in those 2 matches on the road to BYU. And a nice job of hammering that one down by Grayson Overman.
Grayson Overman, he is the elder statesman, the only 4-year starter in this team. Grayson Overman from Southern California. Played all 29 matches, and then the year they won the NCAA championship. So he's bringing some major leadership to the floor.
The only holdover, as you mentioned, it's him and a memory. That's all that's left from that 2011 season. And a service error. Ball hit into the net, point Hawaii 16-14, back to serve it. Will be Siki Sarkovic. And with his teammates cheering on. A little bit of a mishit, trying to dive in with a pancake dig, unable to get to it as Wexham.
And one area that Wexham, I think, is going to have to really step it up in is playing that back right defensive position. You know, he's been used to playing 2 years of JC ball. Now he's playing in the big time at D1. He's got to really dig a lot of balls back there.
And that ball, that time, just watching it sail over, was Olsen. Maybe thinking it was long. No center fielder behind him. Service ace. And we are tied now at 16. Hawaii has seen a 5-point lead evaporate here in the first set. And they go to Marks. Throwing a hand up there is Derek Hughes. But the up official says, got a piece of the ground there, but almost a great dig.
Now that wrist away line shot was what I saw JP Marks hitting a lot of in warm-ups. I like that shot for him almost exclusively. It's really tough to defend, and blockers have a tough time with it, and the back row has a tough time.
So Marks getting his 4th kill, and the point goes right back to Ohio State. We are tied now at 17 all. Getting into the later portions of this first set. Again, if you missed it, in the first match tonight, it was UCLA outlasting Penn State in 5. Setting it up. Olsen going cross court and trying to save it, but unable to do so on the far side is Lutz, and that's a point for Hawaii and a kill for Olsen.
Olsen in a little bit early. He's going to back up to hit this one, and I think he's getting a little bit anxious, and he's having trouble, I think, getting his timing down with the setter, Wexham.
Marks back to serve, another good serve, nearly an overpass. That ball hit out long, point Hawaii.
What a serve by P. Marks to set that whole play up.
And a timeout called by Pete Hansen of OSU.
The OSU.
Exactly, the Ohio State University, whenever they announce it. You're absolutely right. So a timeout, and Hawaii, this is a great opportunity for Charlie Ray. Really looking to start anew here in his 4th season, and it's not easy. He kind of talked about the scholarship situation. You got 20 players, you got 4.5 scholarships. Nobody's getting a lot of money. You're getting maybe some books, maybe a meal here and there. And there's
a lot of love playing for volleyball, just playing for the love of the game.
Absolutely. Hey, let's take a look at the Mid-Pack Petroleum leaderboard. And there you see the NCAA kill leaders. And right up at the top.
As part of that, Sean Sangre, you know, a 2-time All-American for Ohio State. I believe he was most valuable player in that final match in 2011 when they won the championship. But he left, and a guy named Nick Berzins also left. And you see Stephen Hunt, the 3rd ranked kill leader in the NC2A. But Berzins and Sangre left, and all of a sudden, Ohio State's got to fill a huge void of 75% of their offense. That's something else. Some of the players were saying, okay, I think we're going to have a more balanced attack. This is going to be okay. Pete Hansen said, yeah, it's going to be all right. We'll just spread it around a little bit more, and we'll be fine. So far, they're playing pretty good.
Yeah, in theory, it's a pretty good idea. And
but you got a lot of young guys who have never seen the court filling in those holes.
Well, that was kind of the same philosophy last year that he employed when Jonas Umlauf departed, and you had Johan Timmer and J.P. Marks.
That's right, and Skywalker left as well.
Yep. Another beautiful serve and a nice job of getting the pass up. Blocked at the net, but it goes sideways and out, and so a point for Ohio State. Wexing, as we said, the setter goes 6-6. Pretty good job of getting up on the block there. And Buckeyes back within a digit as Chen Levitan back to serve it up.
Ohio State into the net, being a little aggressive. The ball passed close to the net by Siki Zarkovich, and Wexen, being a tall setter, did a nice job of, right there. Oh, they blocked it. They blocked it as he was setting the ball. They went over and actually blocked it.
Good pass. Right back to the passers. Henschy unable to put it down. Cross court. Zarkovich. And that one's off the antenna. And point Hawaii. And Hawaii now at 21 and getting a nice little margin. +3 getting into crunch time here in this first set.
And Ohio State out of timeouts. Only way they can slow things down is by doing that, a substitution.
So 21-18, back to serve it up for Hawaii. Is it going to be Jace Olson? And Olson with the booming serve. Good pass by Gibson. And that ball hit out long, no touch. Point Hawaii, it's 22-18. Hawaii's biggest lead in this first set, 5. They are +4 now, but more importantly, 3 points away from claiming this first set. And Sarkovich goes out of the match.
A little blocking substitution late here in the first set, getting a bigger blocker, and Taylor Averill in for Zarkovich.
Averill, who's come over last year from Irvine, as that serve goes into the net. And in a pinch, Averill also has some experience at the position of setter, and that's a big setter. At 6-7, so out goes Averill. Back into the match comes Sarkovich, and Hawaii now up by 3. It'll be 19 serving 22. John Tholen out of Hilliard, Ohio, floats it over softly and setting it up right in the middle. West unable to put it down, goes right back up, and it's dug up by Hyman. And then they're going to call a carry or a lift. Nope, double hit. Point Hawaii, and it's 23-19.
Concerned Pete Hansen, as we said, 2-time National Coach of the Year when they won in '98 and then when they won in 2011. Good solid coach, been there 29 years, knows his stuff.
So now the 6'8" junior, West, with the safe serve, and that one off the hands of Marks. And Jace Olson right there saying, I was there, I was there. (2023). Big point for Hawaii. Get that comfortable margin back to 4, needing only 1. And Marks this time goes cross court, and a net violation by Ohio State. And a big point for Hawaii as it is set point, 24-20.
Michael Henschy that time, one of their top returnees, that time got hung up in the top of the cable.
So Wexung now to serve it. Good swing, dug up back there by Matt Cheap. Cross court, put up by Gibson. Off the block, Hawaii with an opportunity, racing in, putting down the set. Marks unable to put it down. Cross court, Sarkovich with the easy left-handed touch. Not a good set for him to work with. And then off of the hands, Holt and Marks both there for the block, but kind of trickles off their hands and down. Point Buckeyes, 21-24.
What a weird game. Of all the miles per hour per hit during that particular rally, the ball that was hit lowest in miles per hour got the kill.
Typical of the men's game, though. You're so used to the ball coming at you so hard, and a service ace as J.P. Marks unable to get down low and field that one. And Charlie Wade says, let's take a timeout, guys. We need 1 point. Let's not blow this first set.
I think it's a good timeout not to wait to 23. A lot of coaches will wait till it's 1 point difference. This is a pretty good serve here. It actually kind of pulls the trigger. You see Marks was right on the line. He didn't think he was going to even pass the ball. I think he thought Jay Solson was going to pass, and the libero Matt Cheap, and you could tell that J.P. Marks' mind was getting on the outside, getting out ready to approach and make an attack.
So an opportunity for Hawaii to settle down and an opportunity for us to remind you for the latest information on UH Athletics. Go to hawaiiathletics.com for UH news, tickets, videos, and much more. Also visit UH's Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube sites to follow your favorite teams and to get the latest fan promotions. Three nights in a row of volleyball, and happy to have all the matches right here for you on OC Sports.
And for those who missed the 4 o'clock game tonight, UCLA played its 5th straight 5-set match.
Exactly.
And in fact, it was really, there's the scores right there. It was interesting that John Sproul was telling me yesterday, he said, you know, we had 4 5-setters. I'm going to have to do some creative substitute this weekend, or just flat out rest some guys, because we just played on Tuesday night, caught a plane right away yesterday, and then came out and practiced yesterday afternoon. He says, so I noticed that his outside hitter, Gonzalo Quiroga, an all-league kind of player, didn't even play tonight. Wow. Played 0 minutes.
And that match was so even. They were identical in kills, identical in blocks, and hitting percentage, only a single percentage point separating the two teams.
Wow.
Pretty amazing. So Hawaii needs 1 point to put it away. They're going to go to Marks, unable to put it down. They go right back to him, blocked a second time. They're going to make it a third time. They do, and he's blocked, but out point Hawaii. The third time is the charm, and Hawaii takes the first set as Marks goes from opposite back to that left side and puts it down for Hawaii. 25-22. They'll switch sides. We'll take a timeout. And Charlie Wade, no doubt pleased at the way that first set turned out.
OC Sports, presented on Oceanic Time Warner Cable, is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Kaiser Permanente.
All right, back. We talked about setting the middles early and often. Nick West getting off to a hot start tonight.
He's got three kills in 6 tries. And he's been in on a couple of blocks. He reaches high, moves the ball around, hits across his body, hits away. J.P. Marks off to a little bit of a shaky start tonight, but then he's got this little looper to back right that goes in. He's got that little wrist away down the line that works for him. And then another one. He's also got 4 errors to go along with his 6 kills. So that's a little bit sketchy there with those kills. He's got to get rid of those errors, and he's got to hit high and hard and not worry about trying to hit the ball low across the net. And I think he'll be just fine. But clearly both coaches got to be happy that most of their guys who've got big eyes on their first Division I big-time match in a big arena in a big tournament maybe have a little bit of those jitters, disappearing.
Well, Ohio State, taking a look at some of their serves, they put down a couple of aces.
Yeah, they actually have 3 aces altogether.
And we're going to show you all 3 because we can. That last one in front of Marks as he just couldn't get on down. So Hawaii able to put together that 5-0 run early in that set, and that's pretty much what propelled them because the Buckeyes rallied back, but Hawaii never let them reassume that advantage.
Yeah, and those are really that package we saw in serving. They were really location aces, not the heater aces you usually see. So they were doing a really nice job of moving the ball around short, deep.
Peter Heinen to serve it up. Hawaii going right to Marks, and Marks on his first swing manages to put it down. And what a valuable player he's going to be for Hawaii this year. Was hitting negative early. Now he's back into positive territory with 6 kills and 14 swings. There's 7 kills
7
now.
Yeah, and he actually he went up right out. He challenged the only blocker they had on him.
And the Hawaii block, but unable to steer it back in off Lexing and out. Point OSU.